Well, you've come back again, so presumably you like these videos. You've come back this many times. Welcome back to Democracy 3, CivilOnion, OnionGrave64, Daniel, you can call me whichever. I reply to all because they're correct. I don't reply to Jeffrey. Anyway, we're back with Democracy 3, trying to convert the US into a load of environmentalists. And I'm being a bit slow. I'm going to do it one step at a time because I'm not going to say it for real life, but definitely in this game, Americans don't like change. So we have to do one step at a time for sure. Anyway, let's click back to the game so you actually have a sound effect. What we were going to do was increase the petrol tax. No, not a gas tax, a petrol tax. Now we can actually improve this quite a long way, but I think it's about 40%. Beyond that, the motorists get furious. So we're going to move it to 40%. It means we have less motorists, which means we should have less cars, which means the environment should get better, in theory. We only have 4 points left, though. I should quickly check. I have a suspicion that our Foreign Affairs Minister is going to think about resigning at some point soon. And I'm kind of concerned that the Chancellor might as well. Some of them, for example, Donna Gray absolutely loves me because I'm really focusing on patriots because America is obsessed with having American things, and they're quite easy to have. And you can have environmentalists and patriots at the same time. They're not opposed to one another. Some things they disagree on, but they're not opposed to one another. And making the Conservatives happy is always a good thing because there are just so darn many of them in this game for the US. Yep, we've already pushed that up to max. We only have 4 points left, so what can I do? I actually quite like doing this. It will cost a little bit of money, but it means that we not only keep socialists happy, but there's more of them. And I know we're not prioritising getting lots of socialists, but they were the ones that assassinated me the first time I played this game for the US, so we're going to make sure they're happy. Oh, I beat you to it. Sandra Thomas might leave. Do you think I'm going to be able to make the Conservatives happy? Probably not in the short term. So I might have to just let her go and sack her now before the election gets too close. And we have a stress epidemic. Because our working laws are pro-employer, not pro-employee, like I might have mistaken in the previous video, people tend to get really frustrated, and it just pisses everybody off, basically. Our voting, though, is going up still. We're still going up, so that is good. The Human Rights Society is still our biggest problem. Their numbers are declining, though. We're actually doing surprisingly well. I was expecting to be assassinated. Yeah, I'm probably going to get rid of Sandra Thomas before the election gets too close. And I'm tempted to get rid of her as well. Even though environmentalists, I want them to like me, they're just not liking me yet. And I'm tempted to get rid of her as well. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of these now. Their loyalty drops because I fired some of them. I actually might... I should have just reshuffled. We're going to reshuffle. I know I've wasted a lot of points there and pissed everybody off, but what are you going to do? Okay, we need somebody for tax. Obviously, the bigger the number, the better. Tax. Philip Mitchell does tax, but he's not really a guy that's going to like me. Howard Lewis will probably like me, so we'll pick him for tax. Foreign policy. Eventually she'll like me. I'm going to take the hit and hope that she won't hate me by the time of the election. Welfare. Farmers and the religious, well, that's a bit dangerous. Social liberals, she doesn't like me though, that's the problem. She's not loyal to me already.
Yeah, I can't really risk having her right now.
I need somebody for welfare. I'm running out of people to choose. Oh wow, she really hates me. Welfare. Does anybody want the job for welfare? Who's not liking the farmers and the religious? Probably not, so I'll have to temporarily at least take him. The economy. Who wants to take on the economy? You like youths and capitalists? You're probably not going to like me. Conservatives, trade unionists. I'm not sure if he'll like me or not. The economy, capitalist ethnic minorities. I'm going to pick you. Public services. Religious capitalists. No. No. Patriot capitalists. Yes, we'll take you. I like that. Law and order. Law and order. Liberal parents. That's not too bad. Law and order. Socialist trade unionists. Probably not the best plan. I'm going to have to pick her. I've really not got a great collection here. Transport. Do we have anybody that can even fit this bill that's any good? I'm going to have to pick him because his score's so high. And unfortunately, everybody is going to absolutely hate. If I just reshuffled it, they would have only hated me once, but they hate me 3 times over right now. Which is not ideal. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. They're going to despise me this turn. I really should have thought that through. Unfortunately, I'm not just going to reload. That would be a very lazy way of doing it. Welfare fraud is popular and the Conservatives like it and the middle income like it, and my income tax is huge, so that's probably the good thing and the right thing to do. Okay, next turn. Oh, we have no more vigilante mobs, so we've actually fixed something that was wrong. It's only taken, what, 2 game years? And our credit rating's upgraded. That is brilliant. We pay less for interest, so we have more money. What the hell's more money? Like sea money or something. Anyway, sand dollars. We have higher GDP. Capitalists like us more. That is all good. Crime, weirdly though, is going up, and so is unemployment. The Human Rights Society is dropping. Obviously the Church of Christ is going up because they hate us. Business First and the Wildlife Trust are reasonably sized, but I'm not too bothered about them. Because oh wow, look at the polls. Everybody hates when you change the people in charge of your ministry. And you can tell because I made a colossal balls up of that. One very easy way to change that is to get internet crime sorted, or crime in general. They hate crime in general. And one way you could possibly fix that is, like we said, to arm the police, but then liberals who already do not like us will hate us even more. What can we improve to make the liberals like us more so I can change that to something that's good? I'm not changing the abortion laws, that is for sure. No, I could do that, but that's not really changing much of anything. I want to improve the liberals so I can arm my police without making them too angry. Unfortunately, like I said, liberals don't like the police, which tends to be a problem. Luckily, I have 2 sympathetic ministers, and they will help. Wow, that is such an expensive. That is ridiculous. And of course, trying to change guns with the Americans doesn't work. So this is quite a good way of doing it. Unfortunately, you do get a lot of immigration as a consequence, so you have to be a bit careful. Also, that's really expensive. I didn't realise just how expensive that was. And the Patriots really don't like it. Because why are they getting money that doesn't belong to them is what they're thinking. Private prisons. I could just get rid of these. Because their actual benefit is really low. I'm thinking of just getting rid of private prisons because they really don't do very much and they mostly just piss off liberals and trade unionists. The amount of crime that they prevent is incredibly low. So I'm just going to get rid of that. And then, we're not the actual police force, I want to arm them. Some of these are so similar. Like the intelligence services are very similar, although that's not a bad idea either. That doesn't... Ooh, that actually might be the way to go. We're going to do that. Yes, it slightly pisses off liberals, but internet crime is our biggest problem. And it's actually going back up again, so we're going to do that. You can put censorship on the internet as well to produce internet crime, but it really, really angers liberals. Like a lot. That's long term. I think we're going to do this now. Or we could do a clean fuel subsidy. That will be popular as well. I think that's the way to go. Because that really does hurt nobody. I think that's a good idea. Like I said, I'm trying to slowly improve the health is our priority. I'm just slowly having a chip at crime every now and again. I think fuel efficiency standards will be the way to go as well. Yes, capitalists don't like it very much, but the amount of advantage that... Unfortunately, it does increase car usage. That's the only thing that's a bit bleh about it. Because even if you lower it all the way, if you do that, all it does is stop the CO2 emissions. CO2 emissions will affect the environment. We're trying to improve the environment so little Timmy doesn't die of lung complications. Oh wow! All the membership went up because of our colossal cock up about getting rid of people in our. Although that bounced back pretty well. Yeah, we made a bit. Well, I say we. I made a massive balls up. So, freedom of information. I'm going to propose that because I think that liberals will like me for doing that. I think. At least they should. We still have quite a good surplus actually. Our debt is slowly getting chipped down. Yay, environmentalists are really liking us. And that's despite the fact, I suspect, where's the GDP? The environment is caused by the GDP. It's slowly dropping. That's what's happening. What is the economy like right now? GDP is below average. Yeah, I just wanted to check because the graph can sometimes be misleading. Parents still don't like us though, mostly because of the aspect of it. We still have a drug addiction problem. But I really don't want to remove narcotics because then the liberals hate us. Will this be lowering narcotics? Drug addiction is still high. Unemployment is fueling it, that's a problem. The State Health Service being absolutely awful isn't helping either. Unfortunately, changing this to make it better means that capitalists get angry at you. But I think we'll have to at least a bit. I can't move it too much because we just don't have the budget for it. But not only will this improve the health eventually over the course of a year, it'll completely cripple private healthcare, which isn't so good. But it will make socialists more common, it will make state employees wealthier, a larger number, and happier with us. It makes the retired happy, and they tend to be the people that vote the most. They tend to be the people that, basically, because they don't have anything else to do, they're more likely to not dodge the vote. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, the wealthy don't like it, because they're effectively using their money to pay for it. But I think that's a good idea. The environmentalists tend to be opposed to the capitalists and vice versa. They're not necessarily, but they tend to. I'm thinking about bus subsidies, or at least, I don't think I can do it right now. I think that might be a good idea. And I've got time for it. Motorists don't like it, but bus usage goes up, poor earners go up, commuters are happy. If I put it all the way to the low, which is what I'm going to do actually, it makes commuters happy, but it actually doesn't do anything else. It's actually quite clever. Someone's certain what certain legislation can do that. Commuters get happier with me, despite the fact I've not really done anything. So that's quite clever. I like to think, at the very least. What are the relationships that we have with communities right now? They actually quite like us, so we're actually doing really well with them. There's quite a lot of them too. 25% of the US's population right now is a commuter, albeit they're getting smaller in number. Only really because unemployment is becoming an issue. They're too poor to commute because they have no job to commute to, basically. The alcohol consumption is still going down. Liberals still don't like me. Anyway, next turn. Oh! Patriots do not like when that happens. Now we're in recession as well, so our GDP is going to go down the toilet, which actually means our environment's going to get better, but the capitalists will hate us. Oh! Ethnic minorities don't like me. They're not usually the people that attack me. What the hell? And our security effectiveness isn't. So that's a problem. Okay, ethnic minorities. What's got the bit? Racial tension is high. Why is racial tension high? Because of unemployment, because of immigration, because of foreign relations, because of citizenship tests. Now the problem with this is actually it really doesn't help. Citizenship tests are a real problem. What we can do, can we do anything that makes them less... Oh, there's gambling. It was under law and order. And I really would like to deal with that, but I can't right now because it costs 27 points. And I don't want to be killed by the ethnic minorities, which hilariously can still be the majority and are yet called the ethnic minorities in this game. How am I going to go about this? I think public libraries are things that ethnic minorities are bothered by. I can't remember, does that affect them or not? Some people just can't be bothered learning languages on their own in order to improve their chances on the job market and understand other people from different nations. I think it just makes foreigners like you more. It doesn't make the ethnic minority like you more. I'm pretty certain Stamp Out Racism Week makes them happier. Not by bloody much. And it takes ages. Oh, that's the problem, because if immigration goes up, you get more ethnic minorities, which means you get more racial tension, so you can't really win no matter what you do. They are usually quite hard to keep really happy. That's tempting. The only problem is Patriots absolutely hate it. But I don't think we have a choice. They absolutely detest when you do that. And I really need to improve. I need to increase a tax on someone, but that doesn't really anger capitalists. And that's not a tax, that's a subsidy. Unfortunately, if you do the tobacco tax, everybody hates you. Which is bizarre, because apparently I didn't know everybody smoked, but, you know, pfft. That's how this works. Inheritance tax is too expensive to deal with. Car tax is too expensive to deal with. And it's not popular. Obviously taxes are not going to be very popular, but some are more popular and less popular than others. Ooh, I don't know what to do. Actually, what I might do is not try and save tons of money right now. Because we did improve our credit rating. It's still not good, but it's a lot better than what it was. Yeah. I don't think we can really do much else without just like causing a ridiculous backlash. Unless I can find something else that can really improve. Prevent citizens being discriminated against purely on the basis of race will probably help. Conservatives don't like it, but that's really the way. Why didn't I do that more often? That's a really good one. That was a really good proposal. I'm actually going to throw a tax on somebody. Yeah, there's no point using a recreational tax. That's not a tax. It's very nice, but it's not a tax. I don't really want to do that, and you don't earn a lot of money off it either. Actually, we're going to leave it as is for this turn and see where we get. But I'm going to do the results of this turn next time. So, like, subscribe, comment if you want, if you enjoyed it. And even if you didn't like it, give me some feedback, as long as it's not, you're a dick, lol. You know what I mean. Be nice. See you all next time.